Pētaki High Commissioner, kia ora na tātou patoto e te aro mātou te atua, tēnā te aro ogoa, ma oro oi moi e tātou. Just to add, thank you for coming, and I think your presence here is a reflection of how important this particular issue and this topic is to you, and one of the reasons we were really keen to support this launch was because of the issue. Land tenure is increasingly becoming an issue in the Cook Islands, and I think into the future it will be even more so, and which makes books like this, and there's so few of them, really important, because I think they tell our story through our eyes and in our words. So thank you, Ross, for accepting our request to add Wellington to the launch. The focus of the book is the Southern Cook Islands, so do keep that in mind. And I'm reading this from Ross's handout, which he's kindly prepared for everyone, just to give you more insight into the book. The purpose of this book is to re-examine primary sources, to synthesize other people's scholarly work, and to place Ron Crocombe's and Ross Holmes' research into a book which provides a detailed record of pre-European Southern Cook Islands customary law and society, and the impact which Europeans have had thereon. One of the purposes of this book is to ensure that relevant information about Maori customary law is available. The detailed research which Ross has carried out over the past 8 years has rewritten Rarotonga history, which has been distorted by widely believed invented traditions. He has established that a number of the customs relied upon by the courts were invented traditions, and that some have acquired substantial areas of land and titles that they have no customary law entitlement to. There are accordingly many historical injustices that remain to be righted. There are two authors for this book. One of them, who is probably known to most of you, is Papa Ron Crocombe, who has now passed on. A little bit about Ross before he comes and shares on this topic. Born in Wellington, Managing Director of Ross Holmes Virtual Lawyers Limited, graduated with honours from Victoria University, also here in Wellington. Admitted as a barrister and solicitor of the High Courts of both the Cook Islands and New Zealand, and has been practising in the Cook Islands since 1983. So he has had a fair bit of experience with our land courts. In New Zealand, Ross specialises in asset protection, planning and trusts. In the Cook Islands, he specialises in complex land court matters. In April 2012, together with co-counsel Kate Davenport, he appeared in the Privy Council for appellants in the first two appeals made to the Privy Council from the Cook Islands. He has close association with the Cook Islands, and many of you already know Ross. The most important part of his profile, his wife, Janet Ngāpukotoru Holmes, four of his 7 children and 9 of his 12 grandchildren are part of Cook Islands descent. And I think that's something important to recognise. For him, this is vested interest. With those few words, may I introduce Ross to give us a presentation on the acquisition of land and titles on Rarotonga by those with no entitlement to them. Once Ross has presented, we will have a session at the end. If there are any questions, they're most welcome. Thank you.